Hey chat, welcome to another modern challenge. Hope you're well. Okay, tournament started in a few seconds. Okay, let's have a quick look at the deck list. So today we're playing, keeping a lot of the changes that we tried last week. Like playing 4 copies of Leyline Binding, basically binding instead of Prismatic Ending. Some Moonlight and Dress down in the main deck, which I think are the way to go in the current metagame. So mostly some changes in the sideboard. Okay, we'll go over them after round 1, which has just started. Okay, lost to die wall. Reasonable hand. Hey, over voltage. Okay, Scalding Tarn. Call for Shark, so is the secondary attack. No, it's mostly Shark Typhoon. Also Dress down. Okay. Not happy to see villain 6 here. So Breeding Pool, Steam Dance. Breeding Pool. So it's not creativity. Doesn't look like 4 color because we're playing 60 cards. Bring to light Scapeshift maybe. Hey Bazaar. Hey Ballsy. Mox Amethyst. Could also be Reclamation. Guess it could, but Reclamation is it's a deck you almost never face, right? Oh hey Zombra. Thank you for the sub. Be Rhinos. Rhinos? No, it cannot be Rhinos with red and 6. Okay, I want to fetch Solitude Triome with that Flooded Strand. So maybe we wait. In case we have to play Archmage's Charm. Not sure why we would though. Yeah, and snow-covered island, so triple blue. Looks like a deck that may be playing Archmage's Charm or could be Reclamation. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, So bring to light Scapeshift. Kinda have to say no, right? Or we could let it happen and go for Verdict next turn. Thing is, next turn I think we want to be playing Archmage's Charm. Dig for answers for a 6 problem. Thing is, we have so few spells. Maybe getting a good use out of that Verdict is... Okay, let's see. So Dread, if we let that resolve, they play a land. Next turn we have 6 lands. So they cannot bring to light for Scapeshift yet. I mean, they can, but... No, they cannot. So yeah, 6 lands is not enough. So maybe we let that resolve and go with the Verdict. But then next turn we have to play Archmage's Charm, Sorcery Speed. No, let's say no. I feel like we're in really bad shape anyway. Why Flame Blitz cut? Felt like, well, you know, it's difficult to make room for everything in the sideboard, and Flame Blitz is a bit narrow maybe in what it is doing. And with the moving of some of the cantrips in the main deck, like Dress Down and Hallowed Moonlight, to actually have less room in the sideboard for situational cards. Not sure if that makes sense. But mostly, yeah, I wasn't sure Flame Blitz was pulling enough weight. Now that binding is a thing too, like decks playing 6 usually have binding, so they actually have a way around Flame Blitz. Okay, let's draw in response. In case they play Spell Pierce, I doubt it, but... And also, I was wondering if, you know, the 6 deck, except for 4 color, maybe it's not exactly an attrition war. Do we want to play Solitude here? Like the difference between 19 and 16 can be big because of okay, I think I will. So I suppose if they go Scapeshift with 7 lands, we go down 1. And we lose anyway. But I don't want to be hardcasting Solitude next turn. Hopefully we're drawing removal for 6. No. Let's probably gain then. like Flame Blades against Blue-White Mirror too. I agree. It could definitely be back, but it's more of a question of how do you find room for, you can't find room for everything, so you have to evaluate what you think matters more, and well, I decided to switch some things up in the sideboard. I could play some Spreading Seas again. I felt like Relic was also... Oh yeah, by the way, that's one of the reasons. Like lately, the creativity decks looks like they have the Persist plan as plan B, and so I felt that Relic of Progenitus could help fight both angles, like fight Venom 6 and the Persist plan at the same time. So I wanted the extra graveyard hate. So I went up from 1 Rest in Peace to a couple Relic. I'm not sure how long we're supposed to be playing. I suppose we have a lot of clocks, so... Bolt in response. Oh, we're dead. Suppose we keep the Solitude. Is Zagoth Triome there to fulfill cost reduction of Leylines with 2 Trions? Yes, Zagoth Triome is there only for Leyline Binding. And the reason is if you have a couple fetch lands in your opener, you can go turn 1 fetch Raugrin Triome and turn 2 Zagoth Triome and play Leyline Binding without having Shark. If you don't play the Triome, you have to Shark. So you won't be able to complete the domain. I mean, I think that's worth it, having a Triome just to complete the domain with 2 fetch lands. And since you're playing a Jeskai deck, because there's Fire Ice in the deck, Raugrin Triome is mandatory, and is the first Triome you usually go for. So Zagoth Triome is then the one that makes sense. And the Ban Triome is just as it's a blue-white dual that gives you another color. It's not, you don't have to play it, but it's one more land that works with binding. So I'm not sure where exactly is the line. It's very difficult to say. But I feel, right now I feel like it's where I'm at. Okay, Scapeshift. So we want the Spreading Seas, want the Vetoes. I think we could play Relic just because of 1 and 6. Don't think Moonlight or Dresden do anything. Maybe playing some Omnath, but Verdict looks pretty dead. Solitude's not great, but decent. What about Chalice? They must have some Veil of Summers in the sideboard, so Chalice, What of Chalice could be okay. At the same time, we have Relic. Not a good combo with Relic. So, well, I don't know about these three. Could see trimming a Solitude. Could play some endings. Could play... Oh, we have Emrakul, so yeah, I think... So if we bring in Emrakul, we lose access to Kaheera too. Yeah, Blossoming Calm, definitely not two. I wonder if is it actually good if they go off? I guess we don't have that much counter magic, so yeah, let's play one. I think maybe one Emrakul. We want ending. Only one Relic, one Chalice. No, Chalice also counters Blossoming Calm, so no, we just play couple Relic. Couple Relic, one Emrakul. I think Binding is much better than ending, right? Even though gonna help a Seiju to kill our bindings, probably. Yeah, I could see playing one ending. Maybe I should. Oh yeah, it's a sorcery as well for Emrakul. Hey, Tilulu. Okay, that's great. Then we can play Spreading Seas right away. So no turn 2, red and 6. Untapped. Fire Ice or Veil Summer. Growth Spiral. Wonder if maybe we should be playing Archmage's Charm to draw cards here. Yeah, something I think I don't do enough. Because after sideboard, yeah, they're gonna bring in cards like Flooded Strand, Veil of Summer, so trying to sit back on Archmage's Charm, hoping to counter something. Does not feel like a good plan. And just play it end of turn. Like if we run into Flusterstorm, that's pretty bad as well. Like drawing now, if they have Burn 6 with no counter magic, it sucks, but all the hands they could have. No, let's pass. Let's do it the coward way. Iteration. Yeah, what I was talking about, if we say no here on that Veil of Summer, this is just backbreaking. Okay, I'm gonna say okay. Not gonna play the Charm in response, because now if we can follow up with Villain 6, we can say no. Just gonna draw cards end of turn. Time Raveler. Oh, hey Gab. Well, thank you for the sub. Aren't you playing? Okay, sleeping on Archmage Charm feels bad. I think we just go play the Time Raveler here. Okay. Okay, 4 cards left. So I guess now we have to worry about Scapeshift. So can't really... I mean, we can tap out, but if we do so... And I have Scapeshift, so what? Do we just play Seize on the Valakut and pass with Charm up? Still have Solitude this way, can kill the Dryad. Yeah, we're at 16, so Scapeshift is 18 damage with 7 lands. I guess if we go for Time Raveler, cut Spring to Light. So, and yeah, they probably only play 1 or 2 Scapeshifts, so maybe slamming Time Raveler is correct, actually. Like Seize for Valakut. And something like Time Raveler Plus. Okay, I suppose let's start with the Seize. See how that goes. I feel like we probably have to play with Time Raveler. I suppose I could have played... No. Ice. No. Ice to resolve Time Raveler. For potential remand. No, not good, because then still have a Valakut and a Dryad. Okay, resolves. So now probably play the Time Raveler, right? I mean, if they have... We die to Scapeshift, but if they have counter magic, they can go Bring to Light or Scapeshift plus counter magic anyway. So we are not beating counter magic. And if we play Time Raveler now, well, at least we'll have a Time Raveler on the board. So we lose to Naked Scapeshift, but... And also if they have Veil of Summer, it's also better. Yeah, we can beat Bring to Light Veil of Summer this way. Hold up Charm and hope they Scapeshift for the wrong lands. I don't like that. I got Time Raveler. Version doesn't play Bring to Light, really? How do you know? Okay, at least if that's a remand. If they go for the Scapeshift, we still have the Solitude play available. Oh yeah, but you're right about Bring to Light. Yeah, them only... Yeah, I'm completely missed that. They only have 3 colors. Yeah, you're right. It is Temur control, but doesn't mean they don't have Scapeshift. But yeah, maybe that makes the Time Raveler play not good. Well, they had the remand anyway, so... Yeah, now we have to hope. They fetch incorrectly. Nope, did it right. Yep. Yeah, probably not a good matchup. Don't know how you can tap mana without selecting the color on Triomes. Well, I think you can do it as a... In the settings, there's a key that's assigned to auto tap. So I've bound it to the F key. So when I hold the F key on my keyboard, then if I left click on a land, I automatically get the first color of mana I can produce. So it's not exactly... You're always getting the first one. Like Raugrin Triome always gives you blue if you use auto tap, and Spara's Headquarters always gives you green. if you want the second or third color, you have to do it manually. Why no Solitude with Dryad? Oh yeah, Senari responded, yeah, because they have 6 mountains, so the triggers are still gonna resolve properly. The Dryad doesn't matter. Counter Growth Spiral. Like countering Growth Spiral with an Archmage Charm feels really aggressive. No, I don't think that's good. I think it's better drawing 2 end of turn than counter Growth Spiral. Or try to draw 2 and trade a charm for counter magic. Could have counter iteration maybe. And yeah, basically that Veil they win. Or maybe... Yeah, second Blossoming Calm. The thing is, I'm worried that even with Blossoming Calm, say in this spot we have a Blossoming Calm, well, now they still have active Valakut, so it's not like we're out of the woods, especially if they... I mean, even in this scenario, yeah, maybe Blossoming Calm is good when they have single Valakut, but if they go for Scapeshift with 8 lands, I don't know how many Valakut they play, but I would say probably 3. So if you play Blossoming Calm, okay, you take no damage, you gain 2 life, maybe you're at 20, but then they have triple active Valakut, so it's there, and you're just gonna lose in a few more turns, you know. Hey, Jean. Yeah, they had a good hand. But maybe second Blossoming Calm is... Yeah, I should have brought in. Probably gonna try that next turn, yeah, at least for science, because yeah, I still don't know how good Blossoming Calm is against that deck, so probably should have done it just so we can draw it and see if we can end up... I mean, how much of a favorite are we? If we can Blossoming Calm, Scapeshift. Is there a card you find particularly annoying or badly designed? Plenty of cards come to mind. Oh yeah, that's true that we have Hall to bring back Seas and deal with at least one Valakut. Yeah, so Blossoming Calm. It's probably really good against the 7 landscape shift, yeah. Leyline of Sanctity. Thing is... I mean, not now that Boseiju is a thing. Well, the line of Sanctity is not... Don't think it's where I want to be against Valakut. I guess, yeah. What was the reasoning for playing Calm over Leyline? Oh, Leyline looks good against Burn. And against Calibrated Blast. Which one is better against Calibrated Blast? Also, yeah, Jean, to answer your question, well, Vernon 6 is a card I find particularly annoying. For example, Calm is much better against Burn. Are you sure? Probably is. I mean, if in your opener, Leyline is insane and much better than Calm. But if you happen to draw it after that, I don't know, spending 4 mana to cast Leyline is not... It doesn't feel like the end of the world. Yeah, exactly, Jean. You have the... Like, Vernon 6 can feel like a 2 mana hero of Dominaria sometimes. I agree, said now that Blossoming Calm is really good against Burn. But Leyline, I mean, once it's in play, it generates even more life than Blossoming Calm. And the real question is how, like, hard casting it, how good is it? Suppose you can die in response. Okay, 7 matches left. Well, I suppose we can discuss some of the changes from this week. So I've kept the same mana base. I'm not sure about the Hall of Heliod's generosity. Haven't found it bad enough, but I'm sure I want to cut it, so for now I'm keeping it, and we'll see. And then I think I like one each of the value lands, couple Mystic Gates, and then, well, like I said, Raugrin Triome, obviously, because you're playing a Jeskai deck. You have a Red in Fire Ice, then you have Zagoth Triome to complete the domain. Steam Dance, because of Fire Ice and Prismatic Ending. An extra Triome that could come in handy if you have a hand with an opener with Steam Dance, and which I think is slightly better than playing Fetchland number 11 or Misting Gate number 3, but hard to say. Not having a 1-mana removal spell seems courageous, but honestly, no, I don't feel like it. I mean, Leyline Binding is so much better in the mid-game, or when I say mid-game, sometimes it's as soon as turn 2, than Prismatic Ending, that at least now I feel like playing the full 4 and is correct. I could see Prismatic Ending instead of Fire Ice, but I feel the versatility of Fire Ice really matters, especially if we're trying to play and playing some situational cantrips in the main deck means that we'll often find ourselves wanting to sideboard these cards out. And yeah, Fire Ice being removal, I mean, a card that you never side out is definitely something valuable. Hey, Maleko. Thank you for the sub. Why is headquarters over a tower? No reason. Just, oh no, actually, because Urborg, yeah, I feel is more popular than Yavimaya. I think the only deck playing Yavimaya also plays Urborg, and that is Yogg, whereas sometimes you can face Mono Black Control, which plays Urborg, and they can have cards permanents like Karn or Golos, so headquarters is slightly superior. Now it says some Eldrazi also sometimes play Urborg because they have Dismember, so are you happy with Solitude number 4? Dresden and Moonlight? I am. Yeah, I'm not playing a ton, but basically I feel, yeah, if I don't have Solitude number 4 in the main deck, I feel like I want it in the sideboard. But against so many decks, it's actually one of the best sideboard cards that you could bring in. I mean, not the best for that specific deck, but there are so many decks where you're happy to have a 4th that it feels that the 4th should be in the 75. Could be in the sideboard. Like the decks would be Hammer, Titan, anything aggressive, Zoo, Merfolk, Goblin, Yogg. Living End. Yeah, so many decks. Yeah, I like Solitude number 4. And as far as Moonlight and Dresden go, still trying it, but I like it so far. Yeah, ending to a sideboard. It's a bit like Solitude. When I thought about it, I tried some Wear Tear, but then, yeah, I played against, I think it was Goblins or Merfolk, I'm not sure, but I realized I did not have enough cards to bring in against tribal decks, and partly due to the fact that, yeah, playing these cantrips in the main deck, where instead I had the full 4 copies of Fire Ice before, meaning I had 2 less cards to sideboard out in some matchups, meant that, yeah, I wanted versatile removal in my sideboard I could bring in against a wide range of things, and ending does the job of I can bring it in against Hammer, but at the same time it's also good against Zoo, Merfolk. And yeah, Time Raveler done it too. It was the last cut, because basically, yeah, I wanted room for these 4 cards, and my previous list I had 4 Fire Ice, 3 Time Raveler, 2 Chalice. Last week I cut the Shark Typhoon and the Solitude, but yeah, thinking it over more, like I just said, I felt like Solitude number 4 I wanted in the 75, and I also had Shark Typhoon number 4 in the sideboard, so it was pretty close. I think Time Raveler number 3 could be in there. It's really close to being in the list. But yeah, that's right, Bazaar. Like drawing multiple time Ravelers, usually not good. Forces your hand in a way. Yeah, that you don't necessarily want to. But no, it's close. But I felt like Solitude number 4 and Typhoon number 4 were more relevant than Time Raveler number 3. And I didn't want to play it in the sideboard. Like if it is a sideboard card that I think I can do better. It's not like I want to have 3 Time Raveler against Hammer, you know? Like if I only have 2 in the main deck. I mean, if I had a third in the sideboard, I could bring it in, depending on the rest of the deck, but... Hail, Shipwreck. Issues with the hull being colorless up until now. Well, obviously it happens sometimes, so... You know, you play it, sometimes it's gonna come up. So the only question is, does it pull enough weight to, you know, to compensate for that? Or should we go back to a second copy of Hall of Storm Giants? But I also realized, yeah, that Hall of Storm Giants wasn't as good in the list now as it was before, because always before we played Leyline Binding, when you had Hall of Storm Giants in your opener, you could play it on turn 2 untapped, and it was great. But now that we have Leyline Binding, if you have Hall of Storm Giants in your opener, you actually have to choose. If you want to play Binding on turn 2, you cannot play Hall on turn 2. So there's some tension because between Hall of Storm Giants and Leyline Binding. And maybe that's enough for us not to want to play the second copy anymore. But I just want to play with it more. See how often it comes up. It being relevant. White numbers for Solitude pitch. Well, maybe you're forgetting about Kaheera. Always have Trusty Goat helping for that. 4 matches. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a coffee and yeah, I'll be back in 3 minutes. What was run 1 against? It was against Temur. Temur control, or Temur's killing with Scapeshift. Or, no, not Temur control, but, well, Scapeshift. Temur Scapeshift. Oh no, playing against Tybalt now. Against the mill deck of the tournament. And we don't have Emrakul 15 in our sideboard. Well, maybe a quick exit. Okay, at least we have Chalice in our opener. No way to deal with the crowd though. Yep. Okay, I think we have enough land that it's slightly better to keep the fetch. I'm not running to a potential trap. Oh, main deck hall can survive. Well, I have to draw it. But, oh, is that true? Can we survive? No, because... Oh, we would need a 7-card hand. Is that right? Should we fetch? Like, we need second white to play the verdict, so if we are fetching, we may as well do it now. Before giving them a chance to play, like to top deck the trap, right? Suppose we could top deck white source. Yeah, we're definitely playing up Keep Dress Down. The question is, do we... We fetch now. How many white source left? One Mystic Gate and a couple Hallowed Fountain. I think we're better off. Yeah, it's slightly better not to fetch. Well, I think that could be okay, actually. Like if... Yeah, if they don't have a trap. No fetch, they'll... Okay. Hey, my key. Thank you for the sub. Yep, trap. Nine more cards. Still haven't milled the hall, though. Hall's not there, right? Well, let's see. Maybe I just have another mill card anyway. And we're dead. Yep. Playing Pioneer today at SCG card. Well, good luck. Okay, mill. On the endings, vetoes. Do we want Emrakul? I think having access to Kaheera is probably more valuable than Emrakul. Could play Trace Down. Play Seize. Could play Relic. Blossoming Calms. Maybe as a one-off, but we have Chalice. Okay, Moonlight's pretty bad, so is Verdict. 59. 59, so could play any of these. Hey Dingless, thank you for the sub. Time to play Pioneer, maybe. So Emrakul or Kaheera. I feel like Kaheera is really valuable, so we're not playing Emrakul. Blossoming Calm only counters traps. And also Relay. Thing is, yeah, we only have one Chalice. I think I'm gonna finish the deck with one Relic. Like it can, maybe we should even play both. Like it can counter Surgical Extraction. It can ensure that Visions of Beyond never draw 3. Yeah, Calm stops trap or what? So we're cutting Chalice then? And playing both Relic and the Calm, since we only have one Chalice, cut another Dress Down. Or maybe Chalice is still worth playing. Play these 3 ones and still play Chalice. Like his Chalice is so good that we still want to play it. And play first, yes. Yeah, we're definitely keeping, and I think we're fetching right away. Yeah, I kind of want the red. Damn, the double trap hand. Not a good day, huh? So it looks like we have Surgical Extraction for Crazy Charm, and we just drew one? Seriously? And draw 3, why not? Okay. Well, do we have some vegetables left? One island, two islands. Yeah, there's at least an island, so... yeah. I don't really see how we can win this. Oh, I milled the last island. Yeah, we're dead. Like we've been dead since turn 1. I don't think there's any combination of cards we can beat. And they could have... Well. Oh yeah, maybe that computer is gonna explode. Yeah, that would have been the line. Played Narset Days in Modern. Seeing the light. Yeah, no explosions, unfortunately. Yeah, I think... Yeah, T-Bolt is the only meal player in the challenges every weekend. It's kind of unfortunate. If the deck was more played, I would have Emrakul 15 in the sideboard, which I think, yeah, makes the matchup okay. I would say 50-50 as a whole if you have the Emrakul 15, and if you don't have it, it's almost unwinnable. League instead, no. Just gonna call it a day. What's the word? Like dry my tears and go home. Play some Legacy, maybe. No, Legacy is 1 p.m. on Saturday. Maybe one of these weeks, I don't know. But I like playing Modern. Ever tried playing 26 lands? Been on 25 for a long time. And I don't know, I think if you secretly change a card in my deck and add a 26th land, I'm not sure I'm gonna notice. I mean, I guess when, if you draw the land, that's not supposed to be in the 25. You notice, but I feel like 25. It feels right, but how much of that is, the result of habit? Been playing 25 for a while, so some sort of self-realizing prophecy. I don't know that 25 is the right number. Go for a walk, yeah, a long walk. since that tournament's dead. Yeah, plus I feel like leagues are just not the same as the challenges, even in terms of what kind of decks you're facing. So I don't know, I've kind of lost the appeal of even playing leagues lately. Time is Pioneer. It's 3 p.m. But no, I haven't played any Pioneer this week. I really don't feel like playing Pioneer. Or at least not streaming it. Maybe holding more or less a spell. 26 can be tried. Sure, but no, I don't think that's what I want to do. That, like playing 26. Instead of land 26, I'd rather move, I don't know, dress down number 3 to the main deck and add a sideboard card, or play Fire Ice. I would play Fire Ice number 3 over land number 26. Registering blue-white in Pioneer. Well, for what it's worth, I think the blue-white base is better than the blue-black base. So at least there's that. Yeah, so I'll probably keep Emrakul 13 for next time. I've put it in the sideboard instead of Summary Dismissal. The idea being that, reflecting on all the times I've played against 4-color, I don't think Dismissal is great in that matchup. It feels good to have some kind of insurance against Emrakul 13 when the game goes long, so that if somehow you manage to pull really ahead, you can get your hands on Dismissal and close the game for sure. But usually when you lost against 4-color, it's because they get ahead, their deck is just a card advantage machine with plenty of threats that are really hard for you to handle. So I feel that Emrakul 13 is better than Summary Dismissal for that matchup, like way better. Or at least that's the hope. I haven't played it enough, so I want to play Emrakul 13 instead of Dismissal, see how it goes. Now it's worse against Titan and Tron, but Tron is I feel right now really not played, not exactly at all, but really see very little play. And against Titan, I think Emrakul 13 is still, so not as good as Dismissal, but still a solid card to have. And yeah, since that it's Titan and 4-color, and Summoner Dismissal is therefore primarily, I think Emrakul 13 might get us more games. So trying that. Ending for, yeah, generic removal, good against Hammer, tribal decks, Yogg, Titan, plenty of decks. And yeah, a couple of Relic, notably because Creativity has started playing Persist. I think I saw a couple of Dredge lists as well in the last top 32. Could be Rest in Peace if you prefer that, but I think I like Relic slightly better. And then couple Spreading Says because well, the Hammer matchup. Well, you know, it felt like yeah, the last. That's how what like the one way to complete the sideboard. Don't run Rest in Peace. Yeah, that's what I had last week and for a couple of weeks already, but now that I'm seeing, yeah, the Persist angle and Creativity, Living End still on the map, maybe Dredge, not exactly making a comeback, but seeing a little more play, and also Bridge. Yeah, there's the Bridge deck. It felt like against Bridge, Relic is really good because you want. I wanted something to combat Bridge, but Rest in Peace doesn't feel exactly. It hurts you as well because you play Deluge. They play Wear Tear, so they can get rid of it. And I felt that Relic was a really nice way of tying all these graveyard problems together. What about the Snapcaster Mage version? Well, I'm far from that now. Thing is, Leyline Binding, I think, puts you even more in non-Snapcaster territory because, well, unlike Prismatic Ending, you cannot flashback Leyline Binding with Snapcaster Mage, so that's one thing. And the other thing is, Leyline Binding demands that you go turn 1 Triome, so it is at odds with playing Opt, which Snapcaster Mage is, you know, if you want to get the most out of Snapcaster Mage, you want to play Opt or Consider. And, well, these turn 1 plays don't go well with playing Leyline Binding, so I think Snapcaster Mage would take us in a completely different direction. Okay, well, hope you still enjoyed the stream, even though it was pretty short. Hopefully we'll do better next time. So I want to thank again everyone who subbed. And, well, with all that, only 2 Tef. Yeah, as I said, it's pretty close. If this was 59 cards, my last card would be Time Raveler number 3, but it is 60. So I value every other card over Time Raveler number 3. I think the closest is maybe Shark Typhoon number 4, but I prefer the access to Typhoon number 4 than Time Raveler number 3. And as a sideboard card, I didn't know I did not want it, so playing 2 at the moment. Okay, let's see. Who do we have? We can raid. Oh well, Gab's playing Modern Challenge with Blue White Days and doing okay. Probably doing better than us. So let's raid Gab. Okay, I wish you all a good rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you, I don't know, sometime in the future.